Let's talk about Far Cry 3. Easter eggs. Far Cry 3 has a wide variety of Easter eggs that I have encountered while playing this game, and that's what we're going to talk about. Easter eggs in Far Cry 3. The first one that we can talk about is probably the most known Easter egg. We might as well just get that one out of the way, right? This one is connected to a trophy called Say Hi to the Internet. If you don't know where I'm going with this, this is the cover art of the game in the game. All you have to do is go to the coordinates x619.7 and y559.4, just like you see here on your screen. Once you put your marker in and just run alongside the beach, you'll know you're in the right place when you see these hanging bodies. And then just a little further and you'll see this guy's head popped up out of the sand. And once you interact with the head, you will earn the Say Hi to the Internet trophy, just like I said about 6 seconds ago. Not only is this a reference to the cover art of the game, but it's also a reference to the Far Cry web series that was on a few months prior to the game's release. Next up, let's talk about the pistol challenge in the game. This pistol challenge, to be exact. This pistol challenge is a reference to the retro NES game Duck Hunter. I thought that was a really cool nod to some older games. I wasn't very good at this, by the way. That's enough of that. Next, what about violent video games that is destroying our youth today? If you go to any jet ski in the game, you will find a pretty funny warning label. Playing too much violent game may lead to aggressive behavior. Handle with care. Herp derp. I read that exactly how it's spelled. I don't know if the grammatical errors were intentional, but this was definitely the developers making fun of the people like Hillary Clinton and the infamous Jack Thompson for trying to ban violent video games. Now on to the lighter side of things. Heading over to the coordinates x805 and y640, you will be met with this site. This is another pretty well-known Easter egg in Far Cry 3, and I'm not sure why the developers added this in. Maybe they just thought it was funny. You know, it is pretty funny. Now I'm going to move down to a couple more in-depth Easter eggs in Far Cry 3. The first one that I want to talk about is proof that Far Cry and Assassin's Creed are in the same universe. As I'm sure you all know, Far Cry and Assassin's Creed are both developed by Ubisoft. With that in mind, it's not too far-fetched to see that there's evidence that Far Cry and Assassin's Creed are in the same universe, as some events in both games may be happening simultaneously. If you go to the Lost Expedition titled Prototype Labs, the first thing that you'll probably notice as you begin the mission is this symbol here.
That symbol looks familiar.
You may recognize this symbol from the original Abstergo logo from Assassin's Creed. I would like to explain what the Abstergo is if you've never played Assassin's Creed, but it would actually take me a long time. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'm actually going to pass on that, unfortunately, for this video. But upon looting the last container for this Lost Expedition, you'll be treated with a notification of a letter to the Lost Lab that you will obtain, which reads, Masahiro, I question using these so-called scientists. They speak of pieces of Eden and Edison's electrical experience into genetic memory. I do not trust them, and I have locked lab access. To access or exit the secured room, use this code 122112. Please exercise caution around these foreign devils. Hayato. That sounds like Assassin's Creed to me. Now moving on to a really small reference right at the end of this same mission. Now this is a reference to the Golden Girls. Right at the end of this Lost Expedition, Jason says this.
And we're golden girls.
Just something small that I thought was kind of interesting. And now to another smaller Easter egg located in the same Lost Expedition again. This one is a small nod to Bioshock.
Would you kindly activate?
Stop. Would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit. Would you kindly? Stand. Would you kindly?
I thought that was really cool. All you have to play is the Lost Expedition and you'll eventually encounter this. So next up we have a little nod to the game Portal. Heading to another Lost Expedition mission. It's the one at the top of the map and it's the rocket silo one. In this mission Jason will say this.
You know, I could use a portal right now.
It's a very small nod to the game, but it's also very true given the situation that Jason is in. This next one is a reference to Call of Duty. I'm not sure if this means that Call of Duty is in the same universe as Far Cry, but here it is. In the mission Kick the Hornet's Nest, CIA operative Willis Huntley is a Call of Duty reference. He looks like Black Ops' Jason Hudson to Modern Warfare 2's Task Force 141. Willis even mentions that he's going to be flying out to join that task force.
Jason, I haven't heard from you in a while. Thought you were leaving the island.
Nope, I'm staying here.
Not me. This Russia operation's blown wide open. I'm joining Task Force 141 flying out tonight. It was nice working with you.
Thanks.
Maybe this does mean Call of Duty and Far Cry are in the same universe, as well as, of course, Assassin's Creed. This next Easter egg is a reference to a game called Just Cause. Anytime you see a stack of cocaine, you will see this symbol. It's the logo for Just Cause 2, plain and simple. Next up, we have a Breaking Bad reference. Some of you may know about this, but there are 20 memory cards that you can collect throughout the game, and they're pretty straightforward as they are in the fast travel locations after you take over an outpost. But memory card number 16 gives you the meth formula, just like in Breaking Bad. Next, we have a quick Kill Bill reference. You've seen Kill Bill, right? The graphically bloody and over-the-top action movie directed by Quentin Tarantino. Well, after the mission saving Oliver, this dialogue happens.
Willis, that you?
Jason, I zeroed in on your friend Keith Ramsey. A hitman who works for Hoyt purchased him. He's usually at the bar in the shantytown.
What's the guy's name?
Buck.
So his name is Buck, and he lacks the
Well, ain't you the slice of cutie pie they said you were? Jane Doe, huh? Oh, we don't know shit about you, do we? Well, I'm from Huntsville, Texas. My name is Buck, and I'm here to fuck.
Your name is Buck, right? And you came here to fuck, right?
Maybe it's not exactly the same, but close enough. And now I'm moving down to the next Easter egg that I encountered. In the side mission called Bled Dry, you are tasked with stealing some privateer diamonds. These are the same diamonds, or at least a reference to the Blood Diamond collectibles in Far Cry 2. The next Easter egg that I found is also a previous Far Cry reference. In the mission, the Medusa's Call, you have to sneak onto a boat, and what is the name of that boat? Medusa. Medusa is the name of Jack Carver's boat. Jack Carver was the protagonist of Far Cry 1. This next one is a pretty subtle Far Cry 2 reference. The hardest difficulty has a note that says, worse than malaria. This refers to Far Cry 2's malaria mechanic, because I guess in the game you can get malaria. Next up, we got Jack Sparrow's lyrics from the Lonely Island song. All you have to do is look up Voss's pirates in your handbook, and this is what it says. This is the tale of Voss's pirate hordes, who came to the island to rape, pillage, and steal. They wanted one thing, they wanted money, and it would be theirs, no matter the cost. Voss holds court, the jester of Rook Island, but is your machete what lies in store? I would show the song, but it would most definitely get copyrighted, so the video is in the description. It's pretty funny. Next, we have another Jack Sparrow Easter egg, and that is Jack Sparrow's Rum. In the game, you can find any crate with bottles that look like this. You guessed it, that is Jack Sparrow's favorite rum called Yellow Jack. The next one on this list of eggs, listen to this dialogue.
I know you. So you fuck up some pirates, my friend. Very, very impressive. I could use someone like you.
Thanks.
I'm serious. Look at my eyes. No blinking. That's how serious I am. Some of the villages around here have gone missing, disappeared, vanished. Poof, there's this pool. Supposed to be sacred. Ruins at the bottom, spooky scary stuff like a werewolf bar mitzvah.
Did you catch it? Because if you didn't, this guy's dialogue refers to a music video called Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. Well, I guess I should say song because I couldn't actually find a music video, but if you must listen to the song, there will be a video in the description with the full song. I don't recommend listening to it because it's actually quite stupid, but if you must, it's there. The next one we got is another memory card. Memory card number 20 refers to the drug called spice, which refers to the book Dune by Frank Herbert. I've never read it, but I can imagine that the drug is in this book. Next, the side mission called Pin to Earth is a Lost reference. This mission sends you to investigate an old plane crash. If you were living under a rock from 2004 to 2010, that was the whole premise of this show, was a plane crash. I'm not going to say that this guy that you're talking to is a reference to Jack, the main protagonist of the show, because he looks absolutely nothing like him, but the plane crash definitely is a clear Lost reference. I don't know why other videos suggest that he is a Jack reference, but I don't see it. Now we're getting closer to the end of this video, and there is a few Easter eggs that I actually had to restart the game to collect content for because I just forgot about them and missed them. So in the cave under the doctor's house, you can find Mr. Miyagi's briefcase. So I'm guessing that's from the Karate Kid, right? But moving on, throughout the game, there is certain points after you save certain people down in the cave under the doctor's house where there is a sign where you can actually trigger a flashback. If you haven't guessed, this is a clear Alice in Wonderland reference. If you've never played this game before, you should know that this game has a few Alice in Wonderland quotes. This one I thought that I would share because these little flashback journeys I thought were pretty cool.
Turns out it was a cow that had stepped on a fucking landmine. So where was Colby then? That's the funniest part. He got AWOL for a hookup, and the girl was so spirited that he fucking passed out.
Next, we have a warning sign that Christmas is canceled. Once you meet Willis Huntley and you're at his hideout for the first time, you'll see it on this water heater thing. Christmas has been canceled. Apparently you told Santa that you've been nice this year and he has died from laughing. Maybe the Joker killed him with his gas. I don't know. Now for the last few Easter eggs that I'd like to quickly discuss, I had to actually get screenshots from online because these are items that you can collect from looting people and stuff like that, and I accidentally sold all these items that I had because I know that I once had these items while I was playing the game, but I didn't realize at the time what it was, like this ripped teddy bear for instance. This is a reference to Mr. Burns' old childhood teddy bear named Bobo from The Simpsons. The description reads, an old teddy bear, eye missing and a musty smell. Stuffing is visible between the stitches. A worn, ripped label names the bear Bob.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, I am the happiest boy there is. Aren't I, Bobo?
Happy! Come here, Happy!
Yes, Mumsy?
Happy? Would you like to continue living with us, your loving natural parents? Or would you rather live with this twisted, loveless billionaire? Let's roll! Wait! You forgot your bear! A symbol of your lost youth and innocence! Oh well, At least we still have his little brother George.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. Bum, 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 bum. Trust me, it'll be funny when I'm an old man.
Excellent shot, Smithers. I'll be squeezing my Bobo in no time.
Howdy, gents. What can I diddly do you for?
I got it!
I think that's enough of The Simpsons. It's a good episode though. Now for the very last Easter egg that I want to tell you about, a conflict diamond. A conflict diamond is the main currency in Far Cry 2. This is something else that you can also collect, and I also had to get a screenshot for it because I accidentally sold all my conflict diamonds that I've collected throughout the game. So this description says, a rare African conflict diamond, probably brought over by a mercenary. It's sure to fetch a pretty penny. And that's it. Those are all the Easter eggs that I came across while playing Far Cry 3. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, make sure you like this video. It always helps me out, and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Now I'm going to head on to Future Me to see what's going to be the next game that we're going to play. Come on, something good, something good, something good. Something good, old bear. Injustice. Can you see it? I know I'm gonna be doing Injustice now. I gotta spin the wheel for what type of video I'm doing. Here we go. And let's see what I got. It says review. Okay, cool. I can do a review. Alright, sweet. See you next time, I guess. And that is my son chewing on a, what is that thing? A Sour Patch? A sour